All right, the next question says that the production possibilities curve illustrates the basic principle that 1. Production of more of any one good will in time require smaller and smaller sacrifices of other goods. 2. An economy will automatically seek the level of output at which all of its resources are employed. 3. An economy's capacity to produce increases in proportion to its population size. 4. If all the resources of an economy are in use, more of one good can be produced only if less of another good is produced. And so production possibilities curve is given by this graph right here. Okay, let's try it one more time, okay? So we have our two goods, we have good X, and we have good Y, and this is the production possibilities curve. So we see this outward bowed shape that's given by something that we call the law of increasing opportunity cost, and what it means is that as we continue to produce more and more of one good, it requires us to give up more and more of another good. And so this is what option 1 is talking about, and is why option 1 is wrong, right? The option 1 says the production of more of any one good will in time requires smaller and smaller sacrifices of other goods is the exact opposite of what the law of increased opportunity cost tells us. It tells us that the production of more of any one good will in time require greater and greater sacrifices of other goods. Okay, so notice not 1. 2 says an economy will automatically seek the level of output at which all its resources are employed. And that's not what the PPS says. There's definitely a possibility at the production possibilities frontier where you don't produce on the frontier, but you produce inside the frontier, and it's something that's feasible but not efficient. So it's not proven that economies will naturally seek out or equilibrate at full resource employment, at least not in the PPF. It's not going to be 2. 3 says an economy's capacity to produce increases in proportion to its population size, and so this is something we know that if population size increase, that the PPF would likely expand, but it's not clear exactly what if the economic expansion is proportional to population size. And this is also not one of the basic principles illustrated by the production possibilities curve. The basic principles is this idea of trade-offs, and so 3 is not going to be the best answer either. And finally, 4, if all the resources of an economy are in use, more of one good can be produced only if less of another good is produced. And so, in that sense, what we're dealing with is that's the correct answer. If we're at full capacity, if we produce more of one good, we know that there's this trade-off. If we produce more of good Y, then you have to produce less of good X. We know there's this trade-off. If we produce more of good X, there has to be less of good Y. And so 4 is going to be the best answer here. And we can take a look at the previous tutor's answer. The previous tutor also said 4, and it said a PPF is a locus of all optimal combination of two goods or two baskets of goods an economy can produce when all its resources are fully and efficiently utilized given all technology. The shape and slope of a PPF are determined by the fundamental economic principle of scarcity. As resources that are capable of producing goods and services are scarce in nature, we are not allowed to produce goods and services we want in an indefinite manner. As a result, we're required to choose what to produce among various options when resources are limited. An economy uses its resources to produce different goods and services until the full employment level is reached. At full employment level, more of one good can only produce if less of another good is produced, such that resources involved there can be diverted to the reduction of the former. Great, good answer. So nothing is correct there, and we can mark that as correct.